Assalamu alaikum everyone. This particular tutorial is going to address the axial flow reaction turbine jet engine. The name of the manufacturer is Adibon. The model is TGFAC. You may easily find its manual online too, but it will be shared with you too. It's a descriptive manual of the operations, of the maintenance, and of how it's going to actually help us overhaul the engine, so which actually is a part of the maintenance manual. So let it be for now. Far as the schematic is concerned, wherever the equipment has got the circuitry with, let me elaborate it to you. Assisted next to this Adibon jet engine is this control unit and a system having a specific app provided to us by Adibon. Before we delve into how it's going to actually function, let us look at the manual, or rather let us look at what it actually has got. It is an axial flow reaction turbine jet engine. You should have a prior knowledge of axial and radial flows, whereby in the infeed of the fuel, if the flow is axial, it is going to be at parallel with the central shaft of the rotating blades, and for radial it is going to be perpendicular to the shaft. And likewise for the impulse turbines, you've got an inconsistent rapid feed of the at the outlet end, or for the reaction turbine you've got a consistent feed, outfeed I'm talking about. Okay, so you better read it or take a picture of this particular brochure. Coming back to the schematic of this Adibon jet engine, let me tell you how it's going to function. First of all, the fuel that this jet engine is going to need to complete the combustion triangle is not a single fuel. You've got oxygen. In the presence of the oxygen with a spark, which actually is battery generated, lipo battery generated, you have got propane or isobutane gas, or maybe a derivative of the C4 hydrocarbon or more, at least propane, and along with it kerosene oil tanker as the main fuel. Let me touch where the fuel is. This, on this particular side, is where you've got the propane cylinder, which actually is here as of now. And at the back of it, as you can see, this is a small bottle for kerosene oil, which is used as a fuel. The batteries are at the back, and we may operate them from the system. Far as the main channel of the Adibon TGFAC turbine is concerned, let me in fact drive it from the fuels. This is your propane gas cylinder. We can manually fill it. You can see propane flowing even as of now. It's liquefied pressurized propane. And the kerosene. Kerosene through this pipe that you can see using the pump that you have at the front, and propane from this particular pipe is fed up all the way, which enters the channel axially, period, axially. However, from the top, the air is fed directly to the combustion channel radially. All right? Just go through it, you'd get to know the annular combustion chamber, the expansion axial turbine, and then the radial compressor. At the back of it, the same schematic can be found, in which you can see different flow, temperature, and pressure sensors at the various points of the combustion turbine unit. Okay, so using this particular app and the control unit which is behind it, what we do is we normally run it as start. Clicking the start button is going to start feeding the fuels that we have here to the channel axially. Right as you click the spark button, the charge in the world is actually ignited, which of course has got a huge issue here, which you are to mention in the comment section, which is the overfueling and underfueling of the specific ratios that the fuel is meant to have with air. Air to fuel ratio it is, varying with different types of engines. So using that particular charge, once the fuel burns, a jet is created. You can call it a mini bomb. And this is how, from this particular side, right at the center where you are seeing the central shaft, and on the sides let me in fact zoom it in for you to see how the blades are. This is how the blades are. And they revolve, and the charge will actually be so potent and high in intensity that at least 3 to 5 feet long jet can be felt after the burning. So this was it about the schematic of the jet engine reaction turbine. The manufacturer is Edibon. Let me give you a 360 of how it is. Okay, this is the front view. You've got the main channel at the top. You've got different sensors and the tubes for them and the air feeds. And then this is a control unit, and then an emergency stop, and then a fuel tank, and the main fuel. Okay, the fuel cylinder, propane, and then the kerosene. This is the side view, whereby on the inside you can see the blades angled at the center of the channel, connected to the hub centrally. This is the back unit, whereby you've got a battery, and right next to it, this is another control unit. All right. This particular app saves the data in real time and generates an Excel file, utilizing which you may construct the characteristic curves of the particular setup, which is one burning cycle. Say I turn the already generated collection of data set, so you may see the various columns which are for time ST1, ST2, 3, 4, 5, which are the standard temperatures. They are the temperatures at the specific points or the specific temperatures. And then you've got SCs and then SFs. SPs are for the pressure. Cs might be for the flow, or SF might be for the flow. And then you've got a fuel flow against the throttle position. Second by second, it is going to give you the data which is recorded here. Utilizing this data, you may form graphs for explaining the behavior of how a jet engine burns and the temperatures at the various points, or the pressures, the various intrinsic properties. And that's how the particular setup completes and concludes. Thank you. Please, you may come up with as many questions as you have.